So they say you're going to have days like this. Well, I'm going to talk about my day on this segment of the Gig Geezer. Today is Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025. It's over 90 degrees in my market. And I am about to proceed with a last mile gig delivery order that kind of laughs in the face of many of y'all who've been on the mulch game lately for the type of money that y'all been doing shit for. Basically, I got one bag of potting soil mix for pretty much the same money that y'all been doing shit for. But those are the type of opportunities that I've been, but those are the opportunities that I just sit and wait for. But I'll also say this much. On a day like this, it came most welcome because giving a $5 word today has been rather inauspicious. Translated, it means shitty, fucked up, stinks. Lately I've been showing, I guess you'd say some would say some really good videos showing of how I've been earning money, it seems, left and right. And quite honestly, if you base it on that type of standard, that type of definition, it has been. I mean, yesterday's video, which is this one here, where I talked about a valuable business lesson learned, I earned over $750. And in this video, the one before that one, I spoke of how I finished last month having earned in my business enterprise of delivery and transport over $13,000. And that's employing the use of the Geezer F-150, the Geezer van, this vehicle, and the Geezer 16, the box truck. And quite frankly, and then in this segment of the Gig Geezer, I gave an example of my going over the road for the first time this year, which it really was. Going from South Carolina to Dulles, Virginia, earning $925, which is better than what a lot of folk would be doing that same run for out here in these spaces. But why would I come up with something like this one, man? Why would I? I mean, I could easily wait until the next, I guess you say, banger day, great day, auspicious day, and speak of, how victoriously I earn X number of dollars. Oh, and by the way, a couple of weeks ago, I had this video in which I showed how I earned over $1,200 in a single day. But I'm sharing this one because I'm not going to say that I was humbled, but I come out here every day with the expectation to earn money. How much? I don't know. I often say that I eat what I kill each day. I don't have a lot of people who call me for things, and for that reason, I can't say that I'm super in demand. But somehow things do work out where at certain times during a month, I get certain phone calls or text messages, and I'm in a position of leverage to, and I'll also say availability, and in most cases capacity to do the work, but also command a dollar amount for that work done that is worth my while, and in some cases, or in most cases, at least what you would hope, worth the people's while who's spending the money. So today, I got my ass steamrolled both on the gig apps, in which the ones that you put a bid in for opportunities, and when it came to the brokers, shit just didn't happen. One broker, he stalled long enough until he said, "Oh, it's gone. I told him, we were apart by $50. We were apart by $50, and he was very hesitant on moving beyond the number that he was at. Even though it was listed for another number, he had moved 50 on that number. I'm pushing for $100 more, which would put me into a realm where I would be okay with doing it. It would be within the realm of past history. Another one, there's been this run out here for several hours, and this particular broker, they're fucking notorious anyway. And they really like to fuck over people. But I told him, I said, look, this been out here all day. Now you're looking at tomorrow, and you still okay with your number? And I told him, so he asked, well, what number you're looking at? Same number that I said last time. Double what you're asking for. Double what you've posted it for. Oh man, we ain't got that type of money in it, boss. I'm like, okay, click. Keep on. At some point, maybe they'll bite with finding the thirsty who will move that shit, in which they're basically paying them to move their shit, or they'll eventually break down and say, God damn, man, we gotta move this shit. We can't keep fucking around with this freight. We gotta move it. So, I know I've talked for about a good 5 minutes or so in this segment of the Gig Geezer. If you like the content that's been provided in this segment or in any other segment, hit that subscribe button, give my content a thumbs up, share my content among others, and I definitely welcome your comments in the section below. So, for 3 delivery opportunities, 2 of them last mile, 1 gig food delivery. I just crossed the $100 line for today. I've not had a day like that in which I've been out here really with the intent of earning money in a long time. So that's why I'm doing this video, to say that, hey, the Gig Geezer doesn't always kill it. The Gig Geezer doesn't always get the dollars that he's looking for each day. And there are days in which the Gig Geezer has to take what he can get, and this is one of them. The first one, and I give you the numbers, I give you the breakdown. The first one paid $62 and change. The gig food delivery opportunity paid $10 and change. And this one is paying $32 and change. So that puts me right at about $105. The one thing that may have come out of this, but I don't know, is that on that first delivery opportunity, you see the picture here, all that what I delivered, it's actually lightweight, bathroom stuff. The heaviest was the sheetrock, the 2 pieces of sheetrock. Those are the heaviest items. The best thing that may have come out of it is the potential, but you never know when these people are going to call you or not. It's the potential of some folk who deal with turning houses. They say that they're always looking for people that they can add to their team to handle various tasks. I offered, well, they turn houses, and I offered my services. And she asked me for my business card. I gave her a couple of my cards. I showed her pictures of what I've done. And she said that, look for your call from this area code. That would be my husband. And we'll see. That's all I can say. We'll see. If they call, it could end up being like when this segment of the Gig Geezer, where I talk about the cash game, had bailed me out, where I delivered some furniture that particular day. And that's been somebody who's been a customer of mine, if you will, for a couple of years now. What else am I looking to do today? I probably will go back to the Geezer compound and work on a couple of items. I don't know what I'm going to work on, but I know I'm going to have to work on some items. Days like this cause me to reassess what I'm doing. Days like this serve as a reminder that you can never get so caught up in yourself, because days like this bring your ass back down to earth. It talks about take heed where you stand, lest you fall. If you think you're something when you're not, you deceived yourself. And that's chapter and verse, for whatever it's worth, for those of you who like to be rather pious in the comment section or in the social media space. But yeah, today can be a lesson of humility. yeah, it could be a lesson of humility, and I'm okay with that. Again, days like this makes me that much hungrier, not thirstier, but hungrier to do that much better, to keep myself in a position of where I'm relevant, but also still moving in the direction of earning money that I like to earn or set out to earn. So I'm actually about halfway to the drop-off location. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to resume this conversation from that drop-off location and show you where I dropped off that bag of potting soil. And again, if you like the content that's been provided in this segment of the Gig Geezer or in any other segment, hit that subscribe button, give my content a thumbs up, share my content among others, and I definitely welcome comments in the section below. All right, if this were an actual production, this would be Geezer Take 2. So we're resuming the conversation in that I have dropped off that bag of mulch, and I'm out in an area where it's rather remote and the reception is horrible, and so therefore with a little bit of creativity, you're seeing where I'm driving away from the area, but I also have here on the inset where I drove to the drop-off location. And then you see where I've picked up, where I actually document the bag of bag of potting soil being in my van. And then you see the picture of where I placed it. Now, as it turns out, what I had to do was contact the Gig app by text message, having sent them pictures of the actual item with the scanning label in clear view, pictures of where I placed the item, and then what I've done based on experience from other apps in situations like this, picture of the address and the actual street if it is applicable to do. Most times you want to take a picture of the building, the actual structure, and with the address so that they can document it themselves. And if there's any issue, they can say, hey, look, is this not where this was supposed to be placed? So that's been the type of day I've had. Inauspicious. Not to mention, I had a situation about an hour ago that was finally resolved, in that from this video from yesterday, in which I was paid. I acknowledge that there was a business lesson that I learned, but when it came to the factoring company, they saw on the delivery order where it was marked delivery refused, and so instead of approving the invoice that I put in right from the start, oh no, it's pending further verification. So they explain, ultimately they want to make sure that the broker was aware of this, and that I guess on their end that, yeah, this is what actually happened. And I get that. I mean, but I also get that folk can be rather creative in their being, I guess you'd say, fraudulent. And so this was not the case. So they went as far as to suggest that I needed to send them additional documentation. So I sent them pictures of the actual freight that was the incorrect freight that was loaded onto the box truck, or into the box truck. I sent them the original rate confirmation sheet, but then they also suggested that I send them, if I had it, any correspondence that I had by email with the broker, which I did. And it still took them a while to approve the invoice. As it turns out, I found out that the person who's over the team that deals with my MC number and others, she was handling all those herself. So she was by herself, and so there was a backlog. But I mean, out of my frustration, I said to him, hey, look, y'all asking everything short of, I told him out of frustration, y'all are asking for everything short of my birth certificate, passport, and college degree. And they kind of laughed it off, but I was dead serious. So what I've just shared with you is a day in the life of the gig geezer when things are inauspicious, when things are shitty and fucked up and horrible. Hopefully you got something out of it. Hopefully you got a laugh out of it. And if you did, if you like the content that's been provided in this segment of the Gig Geezer or in any other segment, hit that subscribe button, give my content a thumbs up, share my content among others, and I definitely welcome your comments in the section below. I'm in Wood Lane. As always, may your grind and may your hustle continue.